Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kilobots 37 here at Sask Expo, put on for you by the Saskatoon Combat Robotics Club. We are continuing our Canadian National Championships here. This is the 1 pound robot class with Odium versus Fire Ant. Fire Ant is driven by Isaiah. We'll be going up against David here with Odium, which is a very powerful horizontal spinner. This is a new build for him and one that's worked out very well so far. It's a very large mass on the front there, the direct drive motor on it. Isaiah has shown himself to be a very capable driver, though. Hopefully he'll be able to avoid that weapon on Odium and push him out, his open blue push out on his side. Judges are ready, competitors are ready. We will start the fight in 3, 2, 1, fight. Odium getting up to speed here, bouncing off the walls. One big thing with having so much inertia in that weapon is as he spins it up, it spins his whole robot in the other direction. Fire Ant hitting the weapon, sending it up towards the wall, deflecting off of that nice titanium plate on the front. Another tick off the corner of the wedge. Gets a hard hit from the side from Odium. Looks like it's working well against that weapon nonetheless, and another ramp off the top, starting to bend the wedge on the front of Fire Ant ever so slightly. Another hard hit up and over the wall. Odium now upside down. Hits the sidewall and nearly went out, but did manage to slide back down. There are gaps in there, so you can actually send yourself up and over. Fire Ant driving Odium into the big blue saw hazard. And another hard hit off that weapon, which is able to just touch the top of the wedge on Fire Ant. Isaiah doing a great job of driving and controlling right now, as he's taking several blows, but holding up well against Odium. Odium, on the other hand, doing quite some damage to Fire Ant. Also to himself, nearly pinballing out through the blue push-out. And Fire Ant looks like he might not have left drive right now. But Odium going into him, hitting him from the front, trying to get around to the other wheel, hoping to completely disable him. Unfortunately, bouncing off the wall and nearly breaking himself in the process. A little less than 2 minutes left in the fight here as Fire Ant's trying to get out. Hard hit from Odium, putting Fire Ant into the big blue saw and across the arena. Definitely bending up that wedge on the front. David not letting him go anywhere with this. He wants to keep hitting him over and over, but he does have a tendency to fly off himself. Fire Ant now upside down and does look to be mobile now, more or less. Difficult to drive, both of them upside down at this point. It's much more difficult to drive these robots upside down as half of your controls are reversed. Very confusing. Fire Ant trying to make his way out of the corner, having some difficulty at that as Odium's trying to line up a good hit on him, narrowly missing and hitting the wall instead a couple of times over. Tipping off of the wedge on the front of Fire Ant. Once again trying to line up a good clean hit, but it is difficult as he teeters up on one wheel, all that momentum stored up in that spinning wheel. With just under a minute left in the fight. Lots of damage going on here. We got chunks all over the arena, both robots flying around consistently. And with both upside down, having trouble keeping under control, trying to direct where they need to go in order to hit their opponent. Ramped up hard, ticking off the wheel, flipping upside down, bouncing into the saw, but gets right side up. Fire Ant looks like it's missing its one drive wheel at this point. It's not functioning correctly at all. 30 seconds left as David slowly brings Odium in, trying to get that finishing blow. At this point, just ever so close to pushing him on the push out there, but not quite able to make it as it ends up ricocheting off in the wrong direction. 20 seconds left. Oh, another hard hit. Odium going flying across. Fire Ant stuck in the corner. He's not able to get movement, so David sitting back with Odium as Fire Ant might just getting count out here because he cannot show controlled movement. He is stuck. He is knocked out. The win goes to David with Odium. Congratulations. Many good hard hits there and some great driving from Isaiah. He managed to hold on quite well despite being upside down for half of the fight. It's a very difficult thing to do, especially against a destructive robot like Odium, but managed to hold on almost to the end of time. The next Master Antweight coming up here will be Absurdity versus Metroid.